Morning. In the last class, we discussed general bus operations of 8086. We have seen memory read cycle and memory write cycle. In this session, next main concept is I/O addressing capability of 8086 microprocessor. So, what is the memory address space of 8086? The memory address space of the 8086 is 1 MB. Why? Because number of address lanes are 20. Next, my question is I/O address space. The I/O address space of 8086 is 64K. Your exam point of view also, what is the memory address space and I/O address space of 8086? The memory address space of the 8086 processor is 1 MB. And I/O address space of the 8086 is 64K. Okay, here memory address space is nothing but number of addressable locations, number of addressable locations in the main memory. I/O address space is nothing but number of I/O addresses, number of I/O addresses generated by the 8086 processor. Okay, 1 MB is the memory address space, 64K is the I/O address space. Number of I/O addressable locations are 64K. So the number of address bits required to specify the I/O address is 16 bits. How many bits? 16 bits. Why? Because that means total address space 64K. How many address bits required to specify the one of the I/O device address? 16 bits. 2 to the power of 16 is equal to 64K. Is it clear? The processor, it can communicate with the main memory locations. In the similar way, it can communicate with the I/O devices. Whenever the processor wants to communicate with I/O devices, which generates 16-bit I/O address, is nothing but I/O port number. So that's why the 8086 processor can address up to 64K byte I/O registers or 32K word registers. Okay, in case of the I/O address length is 8 bits, then I/O address space is 64K. Okay, 64K. In case of 16 bits, 32K word. Okay, then I/O address appears on the address lines A0 to A15 for 1 clock cycle T1. It may be then latched using the ALE signal. Okay, so here for memory operations and I/O operations, the address bus is common. For memory access, I/O access, the address bus is common in 8086. Total address lanes are 20. While accessing the memory, the entire 20 address lanes are used to access the memory, address the memory locations. Whereas whenever the processor wants to access I/O devices, out of 20 address lines, it uses only 16, A0 to A15. Only A0 to A15 address lines are used to specify the I/O address. Remaining A16 to A19 are set to 0. Okay, at the point, the upper address lines A16 to A19 are at logic 0 level during I/O operations. Okay, at I/O access or memory access during T1, the address lines are valid. After T1, which indicates data lines. Why? Because address lines are multiplexed with the data lines, combined with the data lines. Next, the 16-bit register DX is used as 16-bit I/O address pointer with full capability to address up to 64K devices. Okay, here we can use one of the special purpose of the DX register is to store I/O addresses, 16-bit I/O addresses. In that case, it can address maximum 64K devices. In memory mapped I/O interfacing, here there are two types of interfacing to address the memory and I/O devices. The CPU can access memory and I/O in two ways. Memory mapped I/O, I/O mapped I/O. I/O mapped I/O is nothing but isolated I/O. I/O mapped I/O also called as isolated I/O. Okay, in case of memory mapped I/O interfacing, the I/O device addresses are treated as memory locations in phase 0. That is segment address 40. In segment 0, in segment address 0, those addresses are used to treated as I/O device addresses. Those address contains I/O. Those addresses are treated as I/O device addresses. Okay, here is nothing but in memory mapped I/O, the address space is common for memory operations and I/O operations. Okay, out of 1 MB memory, the memory address space is 1 MB. Out of 1 MB memory, some addresses are assigned to I/O. Some addresses are assigned to memory locations. That is the memory mapped I/O. Whereas I/O mapped I/O, address space is different for memory and I/O. different separate address space, separate address for memory operations, separate address space for IO operations. That is the main difference between memory mapped IO and IO mapped IO. Okay, in memory mapped IO, the same addresses, the IO address, for example, the IO device addresses are treated as memory locations. Basically in page 0, and even addressed bytes are transferred. Even addressed bytes are transferred on D0 to D7, and odd addressed bytes are transferred on D8 to D15. Here also common data bus for memory access and IO access. Address bus is common for memory and IO operations. Data bus also common for memory and IO operations. Whenever the IO operations are performing, the lower byte data, the lower byte is transferring through the D0 to D7, and higher byte transferring through the D8 to D15. Okay, now we'll see in detail what is the main difference between memory mapped IO interface and IO mapped IO interface. In memory, this is the processor. You know, total memory address space is 1 MB. Out of 1 MB locations, some locations are treated as IO devices. Some addresses are treated as IO devices. Okay, so common data bus, common address bus, and also common control bus. In memory mapped IO, same control lines are used to specify the memory operations or IO operations. Memory read write, these two control lines are indicate either IO or memory operations. Either IO operations or memory operations. That depends on the M/IO pin. If M/IO pin is 1, which indicates memory operations. If it is 0, which indicates IO operations. The main point is in memory mapped IO, control lines are common for memory and IO operations. Okay, common instructions to perform, common instructions are used to perform memory operations and IO operations. For example, move instruction is used to perform memory operations or IO operations. Okay, address space is common, input output instructions are common, and control is also common. That is memory mapped IO. Okay, for example, let us take 100, total address space is 100. Out of 100, some addresses are used to access IO devices, some addresses are used to memory devices. That is the same address space. Same address space is used for both memory and IO devices. Okay, coming to IO mapped IO. Coming to IO mapped IO or isolated IO. In this case also, processor, memory space, address space. This is not separate address space for memory, separate address space for IO. The memory space, the memory address space of the 8086 is 1 MB. The IO address space of the 80 is 64 KB. Memory addresses are different, IO address is different. Okay, but common address bus for both memory and IO access, and common data bus for both memory and IO access. But separate control lines for memory access. They are memory read, write control signals for memory access. Separate control lines, IO read, IO write control signals for to specify the IO operations. Is it clear? So here the processor uses the move instruction. Here also one more point, separate IO instructions. Whereas in memory mapped IO, common IO instructions are used to perform memory operations or IO operations. Here separate instructions, separate input output instructions. For example, here in memory mapped, for memory access there is instruction move instruction. Move instruction is used to perform memory access. Whereas in case of IO, input output instructions, for example, OUT instruction, OUT instructions are used to perform IO operations. Okay, so here the point is the M/IO pin is in either pulled low or high depending upon which instruction is used. Okay, is it clear? So for example, the currently executed instruction is move. The currently executed instruction is move. Then M/IO pin is 1. Why? Because move in IO mapped IO, move instruction is used to perform memory operations. So whenever the memory operations are performing, the M/IO pin must be high. Similarly, suppose if the current executing instruction is in or out, then M/IO pin is low. Then M/IO pin is where is M/IO pin? So here M/IO pin here in minimum mode, this is the M/IO pin. This pin is 0. This pin, the pin is 0 is nothing but the processor wants to perform input output operations. The processor wants to perform, want to access IO devices. Is it clear? If it is 1, the processor wants to access main memory locations. What is the point? The main point is the major components of the system is processor, main memory, I/O devices. The processor, it can communicate with the main memory locations. In the similar way, it can communicate with the I/O devices. That is the difference between memory mapped I/O and I/O mapped I/O. Okay. Now see what is the, now we'll discuss how the address are generating. This is the 8086 processor. This is the I/O space of the 8086. What is the I/O space? 64 KB. Here, address bus, data bus, whatever these are the control lines. I/O read, I/O write control lines. I/O read, this is I/O read, this is I/O write control lines. Here, out of 20 address lines, whenever the processor wants to access the I/O devices, which generates only 16-bit address. 16-bit address. That's why out of 20 we are using A0 to A15. A0 to A15 only we are using to specify the I/O device address. Remaining A16, A19 set to 0. Okay, to select the one of the device. And okay, now what about this point here? This diagram, 8-bit I/O. Okay, some devices are specifying using 8-bit I/O. Some devices specifying using 16-bit address. Okay, if it is 8-bit I/O address in I/O instruction, there is direct address. Okay, 8-bit I/O device address can be specified directly within the instruction itself, within the I/O instruction. There are I/O instructions to perform input and output operations. Okay, is it clear? So 8-bit I/O address in I/O instruction, that is direct address. Okay, so if it is 16-bit I/O address, 16-bit I/O address in so if 16-bit I/O address can be specified indirectly using a DX register, not register, small version, register DX. 16-bit I/O address can be specified in register DX indirectly. Okay. If it is 8-bit address, that can be specified directly in the I/O instruction itself. If it is 16-bit I/O address, that can be specified indirectly using a DX register, data register, which can hold I/O addresses also, 16-bit I/O addresses. Say that's about 8-bit address, 16-bit address. Coming to data, data can be transferred, input or output. Input means I/O device to processor. Output means processor to I/O device. The data can be transferred between processor and I/O device through the data bus. D0. Lower byte can be transferred through the D0 to D7. Higher byte can be transferred through the D8 to D15 data lines. Okay. So if it is 8-bit operation, AL register is used to store 8-bit data. If it is 16-bit operation, AX register is used to store the 16-bit data. So one of the special purpose of the AX is to perform I/O operations. Okay. So if it is input operation, for example, 8-bit data is transferring from keyboard to processor. That 8-bit can be stored in initially stored in AL register. Okay. Suppose the processor wants to send a character to printer. First, that 8-bit can be stored, first of all, stored in AL, then AL to printer through the data bus. Similarly, AX to store input data and output data. Okay, is it clear? This is the I/O addressing capability of 8086. The I/O address space of the 8086 is 16-bit. Number of I/O addressable locations are 64K, that is equal to 65,536. Okay, that's about I/O addressing capability of 8086. Thank you.